Joe made some refried beans the other day. See it right here? And he put pigtail in it. He's allowed to, it's his beans. But today, well, I'm sorry, he didn't make refried beans.
That's why I'm going to stop you right now. It's not no refried beans, it's just stew beans.
Excuse me, he made stew beans the other day.
I stew the beans.
You know stew, There's no Tuesday, stew. That's Tuesday.
You're watching the Bare Pantry Show.
Well, you know what I mean.
I'm in a good mood today. Anyways, we're gonna refry the beans. No, wait. I'm using the wrong pot. It's okay. We're gonna do it in that. I was gonna use a smaller pot because I was gonna use that for meat, but it's okay. It's okay. We are right. So I put butter. I think like a real Mexican cook would put lard. And actually, people have told me that one thing is shortening is not good for you. Lard is better for you, especially if you only eat a little bit. But I don't feel like tia, the Mexican tia, I don't feel like they put libid. I feel like they put a lot.
None of them is good for you.
I feel like they put a lot. So I put butter. And I left the beans thick like this. This is red kidney that Joe stewed the other day. And I'm looking for those pigtail bones in it. I'm going to do the whole thing. See a bone right here?
I'm sorry, just leave it.
No, that hurt my teeth. I have beautiful fillings in my teeth. So what I do with this, I just get a potato masher. And I just squish, squish, squish. Okay, hold on. Let me get a masher. Look at this beautiful masher that I had gotten from a company before to go ahead and review it for them. I like it. I feel a bone. Ooh, I feel a bone. That got to come out. That's the bad part about him putting the pigtails.
You know, I make it.
He made it for himself though, huh?
Get too soft.
Yeah, he made this for himself and I'm just kind of like stealing his leftovers. If you hear a door squealing, that's Jada leaving with one of the dogs to go catch up with Joshua, who left with the other dog to go for their daily walk. We're not going to be worried about those type of noises anymore as we do the show, alright? So how you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing okay on the 13th day of the new year. This is when I'm recording this show. Yeah, that one went off. Battery probably died, boo. The other camera went off, guys. Battery probably died. I'm just searching for the... I'm glad Joe is running camera for me, so I don't really need the second camera. And I'm just like squishing. I mash and I twist. I mash and I twist. And somebody might say, she's messing up her good non-stick pot. No, I'm not even like hitting the bottom, guys. So this won't have to cook too long because the beans was thick. If the beans had a lot of water in it, then you would have to cook it down, like reduce it. So I don't need any more seasoning in this because Joe already seasoned this well. Jada made some guacamole a little bit earlier from 3 avocados. I didn't really film all of that except when she was throwing in some of the vegetables like the onion, tomato, cilantro. But she put the avocado and she used lemon. Normally she'll put jalapeno, but we don't have any jalapeno, so this dinner is not going to have any jalapeno. She didn't want to put yellow peppers because that's too hot. And so pretty much she's the boss of guacamole. Joe doesn't really like Jada's guacamole all the time because he says that she puts it a little bit too tart with the lemon. So it goes by your flavor, okay, your taste. See how it's coming, guys? And it's gonna start popping and try to burn you. So when you see that, you just kind of lower the temperature a little bit more. You know, I always assume that you guys know that type of stuff, but not everybody does, right? And we don't judge because a lot of the things that I've learned about cooking, I've learned since I've had this show. So I was telling Joe a little while ago that I like to think that my show is the original Bare Pantry show, okay? Where you go in the pantry and it's bare, and that's what you're gonna eat. So normally when I make refried beans, we're either eating it with fried jack, or we're eating it as garnaches or gacho. Garnaches is the corn tortilla that's fried. We put the tomato sauce with the onions. Some Belizeans don't put the tomato sauce, just the onion sauce. And of course the Dutch cheese or the Parmesan cheese on the top. We're not doing that today. We're not doing the gacho, which is the same thing but flour tortilla. This is what we're doing. Refrying these beans. And I'm gonna have Joe come over to get a little bit closer to this because this is almost done. So I just wanted to show you guys not to let it go too dry, because after you shut off the heat, it'll dry out some more, okay? But I'm not gonna leave it in this pot. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in something else because I need this pot to cook a little bit of ground beef. Oh, that's gonna be one of the layers. I forgot already that that's one of the layers, babe. I'm just gonna do half of this 3-pound thingy because if somebody wanted to do something else with the other half, that's fine. This is just for lunch, you know. I noticed like a lot of people don't squeeze ground beef out of a tube. They say this is ghetto. What do you guys think? Comment below if it's ghetto. You know, guys, recently I've been like studying under so many mentors, and they've told me so many different things to do with my channel that my channel doesn't even feel like my channel anymore. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna put the camera on and just talk, and if somebody doesn't like it, then they could just click off and go watch one of the other shorter tutorials, because they're like, make it short, make it long, do only short, don't do any long form. You know what, do long form. Oh my god, it's back and forth. This is some cayenne, so I'm just gonna put half a teaspoon because cayenne hot. I'm not gonna put onion powder because I have onion that's gonna go in here. Put a little bit of garlic powder because it's beef. I like to put garlic powder when I'm cooking beef. I don't necessarily like to put it on chicken. I'm gonna start off with 1 teaspoon of salt. We can always add more salt as we go. I'm gonna start off with 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Alright, I'm gonna grab my veggies. You notice I haven't put the fire on yet. I learned this from Chef John. When doing ground beef, you don't want to turn the fire on until you've loaded the beef with everything in it. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of cornstarch because I want this stuff to bind together really, really well to make it kind of thick. And a tablespoon is actually 3 teaspoons because I don't want to go dirty. A tablespoon, I'm doing the 3 teaspoons. Okay, you have to know how to swap out these things. Okay, so Chef John says when you put the onion in before you start the fire, the onion actually releases water. That's not ice in the meat, that's the onion, guys. Okay, give it time to cook, then we'll break it up some more. I'm going to put a little bit of water just so it could cook a little while longer because I want the meat not to be too tough, alright? Just a little touch. But it took about 10 minutes to get it to this point. And that little bit of cornstarch is making it like make a nice gel of a gravy, but we're going to pour out some of this liquid though, okay? So let me show you what all I have. The meat, the refried beans, looking pretty good, right? I've got some salsa here, which is just onion, tomato, and cilantro. I'm going to put some vinegar and water on this to take off some of that heat off of the onion. And then Jada has the guac, and I'm going to find some cheese, and then Joe's going to fry some tortilla for us. We're going to layer the beans on the bottom. Of course, you could buy refried beans in the tin, or you could get that free at some place that's giving away free food. But I always prefer to make things from scratch because they're healthier for us. It's going to be a mess right here. Beans is still warm too. Let's spread it out. Black beans would go good with this too, you know. Refried pinto beans, that would go good. Pick the beans you like. I've never found a beans that I didn't like. You realize that, Joe? I've never found a beans I didn't like. Okay?
I don't like white beans.
I like any kind of beans. White beans is like Great Northern. That's what we do the sweet beans out of. The what do you call the beans that you don't like? Or you don't like that? The on me, like Auntie Fee would say, on me. Sometimes he's having a whole conversation with me and he doesn't turn the camera on me. Yeah, he doesn't like baked beans. Doesn't like his beans to be sweet. So we're gonna put the meat. Joshua came back from walking the dog and he's like, oh, meat pies? Are you making meat pies? I'm like, Look in the cards to find out how to make meat pies. We ain't doing all the hard work. No. I used to grate cheese, but me under that no. That's hard work. And I haven't eaten cheese in a while, but we're gonna eat some cheese today. Might have to take my lactate, you know? Okay. Pretty. It's pretty. So we're gonna jam this in the oven. It's up to 350. We're gonna jam this in the oven just to let the cheese melt, and then we're gonna put the topping, and then the 1, 2, 3, 5 layers are gonna be done. It's only a 5-layer dip, child. But in the meanwhile, Joy's gonna fry some corn tortilla chips for us. There we go. I'll time it 20 minutes, but I'll be checking. Okay, I'll be back. All right, so this is the thing. We put the beans, the meat, and the cheese. So now we're gonna spread the guac, and we'll put this first. We're gonna put this first. Like my entire family's watching. Like, hello. My entire family's watching because they're like, we're not feeling you putting all this stuff in this dish, mommy. We might just want to make our own little taco.
I don't care.
You don't care, baby?
I'll eat it. I want to eat it now.
It smells good because of the onion. Onion make you want to eat, you know. Like if you don't have appetite, cook something with onion. You're going to want to eat right away. There is something on my camera lens that every time I look at it, it looks like a dead pixel. So I'm going to put all the salsa because it's not a lot. Then the guac. We're going to put dollops of the guac because guac is like gold in here, okay? And then for the people who don't like guac, if they're dipping into this bean dip, they just leave the guac alone.
I do not like guac. I
didn't used to like guac when I was like, I was going to say when I was growing up, but like up to 10 years ago, I didn't like avocado at all, so I didn't like guac. What do you guys think that looked like? Pretty, right? So we're going to go ahead. What I'm going to do is taste on camera so I can wrap up this show. Excuse me for living and breathing. Where are my chips? Then I'm going to put some chips around to make it look pretty. Okay? And take my picture. Oh, it's going to slip. Oh, hot. Forgot to say I'll just take it out. So let me blow on this. If my mom were here, she would say, no, blow over the thing. You're going to blow spit on the thing. Yes, for the people watching, I'm from Belize. I'm not from Guyana, okay? Although I have good friends from Guyana. And they have some good food too. Thank you for helping run camera. Thank you for helping fry the chips. Well, now we have to say goodbye because we're going to eat. If you like this video, check out this one me and Joe put right there for you.
Bye-bye, people.
Bye.
This is the Bare Pantry Show.